So what I've gotten out of Hebrews and out of the observation, interpretation, application method is when I study the Bible, I should slow down because normally when I just read the Bible, you know, it's just reading and interpreting at the same time and then moving on. When you focus on observation first, that can help highlight things I wouldn't normally tend to notice.
And you're simply, as a group, in these breakouts, going to make observations of the text. You're gonna be looking for things like who, what, when, where, repetition of words and phrases, comparison and contrast, these types of observations. And the end goal is to talk about, what does the text actually say?
Like one thing we spoke about in on the first night was about Jesus being seated on the throne, and we talked about how significant his posture was. And that's something I wouldn't normally notice. But observing before you do anything else actually gives you something to interpret. We talked about how Jesus being seated on the throne shows that he's resting because his work is finished. He's died on the cross and done what he needed to do to secure our salvation. And so now that he's seated, it's showing he's completed his work. The Bible's one story. Hebrews frequently is going back and referencing the Old Testament and showing that Jesus isn't just like some new character that pops up that we follow, but he's a fulfillment of everything the Old Testament has been teaching us so far.
Hebrews is a huge help at helping us understand how the Old Testament points toward Jesus. So we're always looking at, how does this passage in the Bible point toward Jesus?
And they often juxtapose him with the priests, who were all fallen and all sinful, but Jesus was perfect and blameless and was able to complete the work of God. And so when I apply that to my life, it reminds me that our relationship with God is not performance based, right? Like, I'm not just going to do enough or like be enough, but Jesus is enough. Jesus has completed the work, just like my ancestors, just like the priests. I'm sinful, but I can rest and have hope and have security knowing that Jesus has done all that needs to be done already. And this going forward can help me when I am like struggling with sin or things like that, because I can remember, like, it's not about me just like having enough willpower and being strong enough, but I have Jesus who I can flee to. I can flee from my sin and rest and lean on Jesus. Everything points back to him and everything is fulfilled in him. And I think that's really what I've taken so far from Hebrews in this series.